retirement, move, and I knew I was going to have to work. It was the scariest thing I had ever done. I'd worked the same job for 33 and a half years. My wife had never moved further than 7 miles from her home. So for us to move was a big deal. But
did you have to convince Suzanne about moving from Mississippi to Florida, given that you both had such deep roots there? And
well, she come home from work one day, all upset. A lady, she worked for an accounting firm, and one of the ladies that she worked with had gone home, and they had broken her house and stole everything.
Right.
Well, that Suzanne knew, we had to leave. I put bars up on the wall, on the windows, but she realized it was a move we had to do. We could not live there. She went along with me. She was scared as I was about moving financially, moving to a place really not knowing anybody, no doctors, and it was hard. We weren't the type of people to move around.
It was a great decision, though, Teddy. Looking back with the benefit of 2020 hindsight, would you describe it as a great move? No regrets?
No, the best move we've ever made. We do have a lot of family members that are 750 miles away, but for us, we don't even know where else would we go. We had to move, and here is just everything we want.
So today you're retired, and how long you been retired now?
Well, I retired early at 55. I worked 40 hours a week for a few years. I don't really know how long. Then I went to 30 hours a week. Then I went to 20. Then I went to 10. Then I said, oh, to hell with it, just quit, So I did retire at 55, but I did work a few years full time.
Okay.
On the golf course and different things, but
Have your views on money changed over the years, say from when you retired at 55 from the job you had for 33 and a half years? Thinking back since then, have your views on money changed at all since being in Florida and making your way to retirement, ultimately retiring? Has it changed at all?
No, I don't think so. I'm still just the same person. I buy my toys, my bicycles and stuff, but we just common people, We have, I hate to say it, but we have more money than we will ever spend, We just, it's just a good feeling to know that we have the money in the bank or invested. It's just the peace of mind to have money is just, you can't describe it. And I see people all the time, and I look at them, and there's some, I met one the other day in my hiking club, in my hiking group, and we kind of started talking about money, three of us, and I realized right quick, I can't talk to these people. They are struggling. They're having to get some of their investment to live. So I kind of just sped up, and because I'm not in that situation,
I see.
And I see a lot of people, and I think, Lord, if they knew how much money I had in the bank or in my savings, they probably wouldn't even talk to me, Really, there's millions of people out there that need help as far as savings, They really do, young people especially.
Now you're not a free spender, but you touched on this a moment ago. What are some things that you do splurge on, money-wise?
Really not much. We have just a house. When the TV breaks, we go get a TV. We don't buy a TV just because the new model come out. But, we buy the best TV. We buy the best couch we can find. Money's no object. When we buy a car, we don't go look at the most expensive, but, we keep a good car. Mm-hmm. My bicycles, I got more in my bicycles than I want to admit on tape. My wife doesn't even know,
Well, we won't get you in trouble. How about Suzanne? Because she is at least conservative as you. Is that fair?
More.
More, right?
More.
So is there anything she splurges on?
Shoes.
All right.
She has a real narrow foot, and she's always had trouble finding shoes. And once we retired, she works at the gym, and she works out all the time. She lives at the gym, and she buys tennis shoes. I mean, we went to one store, and she bought every shoe in there that would fit her. I don't care. I mean, if it makes her happy, and we eat out. She doesn't care to cook, and I thought, well, hell, I'm retired. She can retire from the kitchen. But she is very, very tight with money. She will question me on about anything, and I tell her, and of course it's dropped.
Sure.
But no, she's very conservative.
Yeah, I know.
She's going to keep me in line. She's going to.
So
if I did get out of line, she would be there to pull me back.
Oh, I have no doubt about that, Teddy. I have spent more time with you than her, but I have no doubt that.
Yeah. Two people, my good and her good make us what we are.
Well said.
A lot of her good rubbed off on me, and the same, a lot of my good rubbed off on her.
So, as we wrap up, Teddy, and thank you so much for being so open and genuine in this discussion. So, there's a lot of information out there. We live in a technologically driven, fast-changing world, and in some quarters in this country, they would tell you that you couldn't live the American dream, that especially if you grew up in a poor neighborhood like you did in Mississippi, that you couldn't get out, that you couldn't build wealth, that the odds are too stacked against you. What advice would you give to someone like you and Suzanne that are young? What advice would you give to them about money and wealth building?
Okay. Well, number one, I was an hourly worker. I did not make a lot of money. In Mississippi, an hourly worker, the wages are not that high.
Okay.
And we were just common people. But me being, I don't know what other people have, but I would compare my savings, the money I have in cash, with my pay with anybody. I mean, I have friends and kinfolk that make gobs of money, and I doubt very seriously if they have much more than I have.
Okay.
But one thing I tell my nieces and my nephews and young people, anybody I can see and talk to, it doesn't matter how much money you make. The only thing matters is how much you save. If you're a doctor making, I don't know what a year, and you don't save, you're not as well off as the man making $10 an hour that saves $20 a week. The only thing matters is what you save. And the peace of mind you get for being financially secure, you can't put words on that. I mean, you can't describe that.
Yeah, I think that's a powerful point, Teddy, the peace of having financial security. And it's not necessarily tied to how much, but just having that peace and contentment and financial security is such a powerful feature of living a good, healthy, fulfilling life. And I think you expressed that beautifully. Thank you.
Well, I watch TV and there's commercials. They sell a plan. If your car breaks, you have this warranty type deal, and they fix your car. Then there's one for your appliances at home that you pay this so much money, and if appliance breaks, they fix it. And I look at that, and it's so sad because they're selling to people that don't have enough money saved up to repair a car or to replace an appliance. And the world is, I don't know where in education, I know I didn't learn it from home or from school, how to finance, how to save money, financial. It needs to be taught, but I see it on TV and it just makes me realize that there's more people that aren't financially secure or can even have enough money in the bank to live a week without a paycheck.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
It is sad.
It's sad.
It is sad.
And I joke to my son, he's financially secure, and I joke and something to be said about money, and I said it's a horrible problem to have, ain't it? Just joking.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with all your money?
Well, yeah, it's funny you say that because, a lot of times, for example, clients will say, is there a way we could cut down on all these statements? Because it's a regulated world we live in. There's a lot of disclosures and stuff like that. And I will joke with them that, well, that sure is a high-quality problem because somebody that doesn't have any money isn't getting any statement.
Hey, my wife does the same thing. We open the mailbox and we have statements from you and different. And why are we getting all these? And I said it's the law. They have to send them out.
Yes.
But I said don't gripe.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's a good feeling to know that no matter what happens to me, we have enough money that will take care of my wife, or if I have to go to a home, that. At the age I'm at now, that's the good feeling.
Beautiful.
She's going to be taken care of no matter what. I'm going to be taken care of. That's the peace of mind we have.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for sharing your journey. It's very impressive, the achievement of the American dream, and such a peace and contentment when it comes to money and finance. We could do much worse than follow your lead. So thanks for joining me. If you're a listener, please go to www.elliottwealth.com where you could get more information about my work as a certified financial planner and the team we have here that helps our clients win with money and increase their financial IQ. If you're not a client, you could sign up for a complimentary initial consultation. Additionally, please subscribe to the podcast. That would be great. Thanks again, Teddy. I'll talk to you soon off air. Thanks.
The views expressed are not necessarily the opinion of SagePoint Financial Incorporated and should not be construed directly or indirectly as an offer to buy or sell any securities mentioned herein. Investing is subject to risks, including loss of principal invested. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. No strategy can assure a profit nor protect against loss. Please note that individual situations can vary. Therefore, the information should be relied upon when coordinated with individual professional advice. Please note, the information being provided is strictly as a courtesy. When you link to any of the websites provided here, you are leaving this website. We make no representation as to the completeness or accuracy of the information provided at these websites, nor is the company liable for any direct or indirect technical or system issues or any consequences arising out of your access to your use of third-party technologies, websites, information, and programs made available through this website. When you access one of these websites, you are leaving our website and assume total responsibility and risk for your use of the websites you are linking to. Securities and advisory services are offered through SagePoint Financial Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Insurance services offered through Elliott Wealth Management, LLC, not affiliated with SagePoint Financial.